today let's start with chapter number 4, that is HTML5 images, links and tabs. In this chapter, tables. In this chapter, I will tell you about what are the images in web pages and then how to insert a image and creating the HTML file, right? Now let's start with the chapter. So web page are created using HTML scripting language, right? So we can also add image to our web page. It's your choice. You can add also, and if you want to add, you can add the images, and it is more visually appealing. By adding images, it becomes more appealing, visually appealing to us. Images includes photographs, logos, and other visual objects that can be added to web page. Let's us learn to insert images, links, and tables. How we can insert images, links, and table. Let's learn about that in this chapter. So first is images in the web pages. So we can say that a web page can also display drawing, painting, and other art. We can also display our favorite artwork on the web page. Images can be used as navigational tools. Images, how we use images as a navigational tool, and it helps the reader browser through a web page. So we can add image to improve the appearance of our web page. If you want to improve the appearance of our web page, so what you have to do, you have to improve the appearance of the web page. So many websites offer free images that can be used for web pages. We can scan. In this, you can scan photograph, logo, or drawing with the help of scanner. Now, inserting images. Now you want to insert an image. So for that, we can add an image on a web page to illustrate a topic like IMG. It is the short form of the image. And this is used to include images in our HTML document. IMG tag incorporates graphics into HTML document, and it is an empty tag and that contains 5 attributes. How many attributes does it contain? It contains 5 attributes. So these are the different 5 attributes and the description. I will read about them for you. So first is align. It is used to align an image. What it is used? It is used to align an image on the web page, left, right, top, middle, and bottom. Now alt, what it specifies? It's specify alternative text should be displayed. If a selected image is not displayed, right? Then is SRC. It is a source of image file from where you have taken that image file, and it specify URL, that is uniform resource locator on the image. Now height, it specify the height of an image in pixel, width of an image in pixel. Syntax, image SRC is equals to align, alt, height, and width. Now follow the below steps to insert the image in the web page. So place the cursor at the desired place to insert the image. Type image SRC. Now replace with the name of the image file. Now you have to replace it with the image file, right? Next is the web browser displays the image on our web page. So in this, what we can do, we can display our image. Google ads are converted to HTML file before display. Before displaying it, you have to convert it into the HTML file. Then we have specifying the size of the image. Now you have to specify the size of the image. So for that, it can be increased or decreased by specifying new width and height for it. Now we can set a width and height of an image in pixel or as a percentage of overall window size. Now follow the below steps to change the size of the image. So for that, click inside the IMG tag and type width, replacing with the width measure to be set. Give a space by pressing the space key, type height, and you have to replace with the height measurement to a set. Next is the image with the new size appears. Now you will see that the image with the new size, whatever size you have adjusted, it will come over here. Now align image horizontally. Now you have to align the image horizontally. So for that you have to use left and right alignment. So how we will use? Type align is equals to left in the IMG tab of the image to wrap the text around the right side of the image so that you can wrap it around the right side. Now image aligns to the left. You will see that it will be aligned to the left of the text. Now wrapping text between two images. Now if you want to wrap the text between two images, so for that we can wrap text between two images, one image to the left and other to the right, to change the layout of our Zatme. Now type align is equals to left in the image text for the image appear to the left side of the text. Image text for the image to be appear on the right side of the text, you have to type align is equals to right. Now the text wrapped around the two images appears in the web browser. Now you can see the two images that is wrapped around the web browser. Now creating list in HTML5. Now you want to create a list in HTML5. So list can be used to list information in well form and structure way. There are three different types of list in HTML. Each one has a specific purpose and name. Like we have unordered list. To create a list of related item in no particular, when you don't have any particular order, that is unordered list. If we talk about order list, when your items are in a specific order, then description list, it is used to create a list of terms and their description. What are their terms and description? It is stored in that form. Now bullet and unordered list. The unordered list that is created using UL element. Unordered list, each items will start with L I element. The list item is unordered list. They are marked with bullets. Bullets are used for the list to content in such a way that will look more organized. How will look more organized? Now follow the below steps to create a bullet or unordered list. So for that, type UL before the list. Type LI in front of each item. When you are writing the item, in front of each item, you have to write LI. And then type UL at the end of list. Like this, list of toys will be set, but they are in the unordered list. Now, number or order list. So we can say that order list is created using OL elements and each item start with LI element. The list items in order list are displayed in a specific order. Like you can see, there's a set of instruction. You will type OL before the list, right? Order list. And then LI in front of each item, and in last you will write /OL at the end. So like this, your order list of toys, Lego sets, spreads 1, 2, 3, 4. They are in a order. Next is description list. Here they will show the description or definition of each items, right? You will use DL, and DL element is used in the construction DT, which will specify the elements. So let's see them. Type DL before the list, DT in front of each item, and /DT at the end. And DD you have to write in front of each item, the particular item you are describing over, right? And /DL at the end. So like this, like logo sets, logo pieces can be like this. The description is given in front of them. It will be written this form. Now, creating link in web page. Now, you want to create a link in web page. So, for that, web page can be connected to each other. By creating a link or hyperlinks, links enables users to navigate from one topic to the next on a website or one website to another. The users clicks the link and the web browser opens the destination page. Links can be the text or an image. Text links typically appear underlined as differently colored words on the web page. So if any image on a web page has a link, so it appears when the user places the mouse over it. Next is links are of two types. We have internal links. First is internal links that are links to the pages within the website. And these links can be either absolute or related. Now, web addresses for the web pages such as you can see http://geminipublication.com, it includes an absolute link, right? So, relative links locates web pages within the same directory or subdirectory, and anchors, they are the links that to the section within the same page. Now, we have external links that are linked outside the currently open website. These links must always be absolute. And absolute links can include a protocol such as HTTP, a domain name such as www.geminipublication.com, and a file name. Each directory is an absolute, right? And it is separated by /symbol. For example, when creating a link to the Gemini publication homepage, we will write href http://www.geminipublication.com and click here to visit Gemini Publication homepage. Now, HREF stands for Hypertext Reference. What we call it? It is an hypertext reference. We can create text link on in our web page. When it is tagged, it takes visitor to another website. So, for this, you have to type the desired text for visitor to click on in order to display another page. Type a harf in front of text replacing with the address of the web page. Type /a at the end of the text. Now the text link is displayed and it appears colored and underlined in the web browser. When we place the mouse pointer on the link web address is displayed on the bottom of the browser window. Like this, it will be displayed. Its specified website will be open. Now creating a link to a page. Image can be created as a hyperlink to open a website. If we wish to display a large number of images on our page, we can create a link to an image so that visitor can click on that image to display the link to another page with images. But putting a large number of images on a single web page will increase its opening time. So in that case, we can display the images in small size of the page and create hyperlink to their larger size. What we will create? We will create hyperlinks to the larger site. Now follow the below steps to create a link to an image. At the image location that the visitor can link the image. Type a harf ? In front of image replacing with the address of the website to display. Type /a at the end of an image. Now, the web browser display the link of the image. Now, you can see that web browser will display the link of the image. Now, next is when the mouse pointer is placed on the image and the link web address is displayed in the status bar, and when the visitor click on the links, the specific website appears. Now, creating tables in web page. So, for that, HTML tables enables us to effectively present large volume of data in our row and column. They are commonly used to display tabular data like product listing, customer detail, financial reports, and so on. We can also use tables to organize the overall structure of web page. For example, we can create 2-column table that organize list of navigational links in one column and the main text or image content in another. So we call them cells. What do we call them? We call them cells. So a table can be created using the table tag. And inside the table tag, one can use tr tag to define a table row and td tag to define the table data. It can be defined as a header for a group of table cells using th tag. So we can say it is called nested tables. This is the table structure. You can draw like this. Now next is attributes associated with table tag. Now we have different attributes, like we have summary which defines text string that gives a brief description, border that specify the width of border according to the table in pixel. It specify breadth of table with attributes can be set to a number of pixel or to a percentage of available screen. Now border color specify the color for the table border as the RGB number or a color name. Now we have BG color, means background color, whatever color you want to add to the background. Then we have align. It is used to align the content in an individual cell in horizontal alignment. We can say header is aligned across the width of the cell and align attribute set equal to left, right or center. So in vertical alignment, the content is aligned between top and bottom by setting vertical align attribute to top, middle or bottom. Now creating a table. So for that, what you can do, type the data to appear in the first row of the table. When we use tab key to separate the data, type the data to appear in the text row, and you can repeat. Like this, you can repeat the steps also. Next is type table before the text. You have to write the table. At the end of the text, enter, and the tr before the text at the end of the text of the each row. So type th in front of the text and th at the end /th, like td in front of every text you have to write. Now the web browser displays the table like this. Now adding border to a table. Our table does not have any border by default. So we need to add the border to a table to separate each cell in the table using border attribute, which makes it readable. So we can define thickness of the border in pixel. So follow the below steps to add a border to the table. So for that, in table tag, type border, replacing with the thickness, and the web browser displays the table with the border. Like this. Then we have spanning cell, means merging a cell. When we have to merge a cell, so for that, which is used to display title across the top or bottom side of the top. We can merge 2 or more cells in a row or column to make one large cell. What you can do, you can merge 2 or 3 columns so that you can make a one large cell. Now in the th or td tag or cell spanning across the column, type call span, replacing with the number of column of the cell span across. Now like this, the cell will be shown in number of columns and sets. Now let's learn the spanning cell across. In th or td tag for the cell spanning, type row span, replacing with number of rows or cell span across. So the web browser spans the cells across the number of row specified. Now adding background color to the table. So we can add background color to the table to emphasize important information or to make it presentable. Background color can be added to a cell, a row, or an entire table accordingly. So for that, for the specific area to show background color, place the cursor in the tag for the cell. So type BG color, replacing with the name or code of the color to use. Now, for example, to apply yellow color to a row, what you will do, in the tr type BG color, FFO, the web browser display the cell row or entire table in the color as specified. Now we have cell padding and spacing. So for that, the web browser display the designed amount of the space between the cell, which is what is called cell padding, and there is a cell spacing among the border. It is called cell spacing. When we have space within the border, it is called cell spacing. So the size are measured in pixel. Like this, follow the below steps between the cell content and cell border. So in table tag, cell padding, replacing with the pixel value to assign, the designed amount of space between the cell content and cell border is assigned. This is your cell padding, and the space between the border is cell spacing. Now we have completed this chapter. Hope you understood. Now we will meet in the next class. Thank you.